All right, guys, I'm here in the gym. I've waited quite a while. I've sat down and tried to put together all my thoughts about World's Strongest Man, my whole experience this year. I haven't said much about it. I haven't posted much about it. I really only have one video of my performance from the entire contest. Long story short, I finished 21st. I think there were 30 athletes invited. Before I left, I think a few people asked me, what I thought I was going to do, and I said I think I've got a shot at cracking the top 20, and I think that's all that I could expect of myself. So placing 21st is not all bad. What I want to explain is that I don't know what I want to say, to be honest. I've been swallowing my tongue for about a week and a half now, trying to figure out what I want to say. The Wednesday before I left, so we're looking at 9 days out, I got really, really bad sick. Extremely bad sick. I had an intestinal blockage, and if you've never had that, I hope you never do. That is probably the most pain I've ever been in. It's considered to be considerably more painful than childbirth. I don't know. That's what they told me. So that was Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then Thursday night, Friday morning, I got on an airplane headed for the USA. Absolute crazy flight. It's about 30 hours moving around, and I was in rough shape when I landed. I really expected to spend Saturday and Sunday feeling bad, really bad. Monday, feel bad half the day. Tuesday, feel pretty solid, and to get better from then on. I found myself on Thursday still feeling sick. Really, really bad sick. Absolutely drained with no energy, no life in me whatsoever. I slept almost all of Thursday. Instead of going out with friends just to catch a bite to eat, I just passed out in the hotel room. Slept 2 hours in the hotel room, woke up 8 and slept another 9 hours. And it's just, I remember Thursday being in tears because that's not where I wanted to be. That's not how I wanted to feel on Thursday. That's not how I felt on the Thursday last year. So I get to Friday, and it was kind of a big discussion throughout Friday and Saturday. I had to be told several times to put a shirt on when I went out to compete, and it's wild because it was very cold there for me, very freaking cold there to me, coming from here to go there, and they apologize. They did apologize. I'm sorry, but you got to wear a shirt. I was cramping so bad internally in my intestines. My intestines were filling with so much blood that my body temperature was skyrocketing, and I had to cool off. So I would put a shirt on to go out and do an event, and then come back and take the shirt off, and it would be completely soaked with sweat, just from a 60-second event. I went out for the deadlift ladder. I will say that I am so blind, I have no idea if I even got a rep. I know that I got a rep, but I couldn't see the referee. The referee was so freaking far away. I never saw a down signal, so I just held it and then kind of let it down. I pulled 585. The next one was 675. I grabbed it and I just had nothing. Just had absolutely nothing when I grabbed the bar and went to pull. And was shocked. Really, really shocked. But, it is what it is. I don't know. So Friday night, I go back to the hotel room. I'm eating like crazy, hydrating like crazy, trying to relax. I get, solid sleep that night. I get to the contest on Saturday, and, sandbag event was right off the bat. The sandbag throw's never been my event. It's absolutely terrible for me. I got one bag. Second bag almost went over several times. I could say I really just had no pop. That's the best way to explain it. There was nothing there to explode. There was nothing there. I was flat. And I ended up, after time, just throwing the freaking bag over the 6-foot bar. It was under my head height, just laughing. But next event, overhead press medley. Once again, I'm starting so far away from the referee. I couldn't see the referee. I'm yelling at the referee, trying to get his attention. I have no idea if he's even seeing me. Telling him that I'm going to run straight to the front and grab the keg and try to press the keg, 275 pounds. That's the only one out of all of the implements that I have a shot at pressing. And my body is just, man, I'm just flat. I've got nothing inside. And I'm trying to show him that my left elbow doesn't lock out, and I have no idea if he sees me or not because he's so far away and I'm blind. So I get all the way up there, grab it, and I swear it felt like a 500-pound keg when I picked it up. Got it to my lap, went to clean it and bring it up, and was bringing it, and there was just nothing there. Once I got it to my chest, it just sat there, and there was nothing. I just had nothing. There was nothing to go. And I think at that point I went and sat down for a long time, and after every event I had to go get hooked up to an IV again. And I was in a lot of pain. My intestines were filling with blood. My intestines filled with so much blood on Saturday that I got 2 new large stretch marks on my belly, next to my belly button, ripped right open, about the width of a pencil, and they're still open now. They still have not closed. I was bleeding everywhere. I have no idea if you can see this, but that was an IV from 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm still bruised and bleeding from that. And I had one down here as well, but I've still got a bruise over here from who knows what, from 3 weeks ago. But I was just sitting there thinking to myself, is this the end? I'm looking out at everybody else. They're smiling, laughing, having a good time, setting PRs. They're excited, and I'm just watching the entire day go by. Knowing the medley was coming up, I have never in my life done well at a medley. I've pretty much puked at every medley I've ever done in my life, in my entire strongman career that's almost 20 years long. And yeah, I will say that I definitely remember Chad Coy did something, 17 years ago, something like that, at a contest where I competed with him, that really inspired me not to quit. And I was thinking about that refuse to quit attitude. And I went out for the medley and just decided that, if this was my last event, I was going to make it count. And I remember telling everyone that I wasn't for sure if I would get down there with the keg. I had so little energy. I wasn't for sure if I could carry the keg 290 pounds, 50 feet and load it or not. I got put in a lane next to somebody who was fast, and I just tried to stay with him as best as I could. I got the keg loaded, carried the wheelbarrow 20 feet, the wheelbarrow, hit the Husafell stone. I remember telling people that I didn't think I could pick up the Husafell stone, 325 pounds. I fiddled with it quite a bit, trying to pick it up, trying to get it in the right spot. And once I did, I picked it up and loaded it. Carried the frame another 20 feet. And then I remember them saying, 5 seconds. And as soon as I got to the sandbag, I heard the whistle blow, And I remember saying that, thinking to myself in my head that if this was my last strongman performance, this was my last event, I wasn't going to leave it unfinished. I was going to finish it. If this was my last time, I was going to finish. And I picked up the 300-pound sandbag, and loaded it into the wheelbarrow. And it was really emotional, thinking that I've spent the entire weekend watching my retirement step up and just say, here you are. And that was really, really tough. That was a hard feeling. But after the contest, I talked with my wife quite a bit. I talked with my mom, and I talked with my doctor. I talked with my best friend. I talked with several friends that I trust quite a bit, and I think everyone asked me, how much longer are you going to do this to yourself? How much longer are you going to continue to put yourself through this? And I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can. I don't know how much longer people are going to invest. The promoter of the contest, Lynn, how much time and effort does he want to invest in someone that is barely going to do the events? How much time and money would you invest in someone who really can't compete? If I can't be competitive, why invest time and money and effort in me? I don't know, but my mom had a really good point that I'm always in bad situations, but I always have a solution. I'm always finding, but I can do this, but I can do this. My wife pointed out that, my oldest son needs to see me compete, and I need to keep digging and finding a way, because I'm that person that finds a way. My best friend said he'll always be there. I don't know what else you ask for. My doctor said, hey, there's a couple of other medications we can try. If I'm dealing with some bone density issues, we can work with this. We can try a different medicine. I'm just not ready to walk away. I'm not. I am the guy who loves training more than he does competing, but when I got so sick that I had to be pulled out of the sport of strongman, 2006, I couldn't pick up a 160-pound Atlas stone with tacky. I was so sick. That was an impossibility. I remember struggling with that freaking stone right outside for 30 minutes, and it never moved. It's like it was stapled to the ground. And when I came back, 3 years later, all of my friends had retired. It didn't matter how well I did. 3 years later, my friends weren't there. And that was kind of my time to walk away. But man, I've got a lot of new friends in the sport that I want to see again. I want to see all of those guys again that's what that contest is about, and I want to be a part of that contest. And as long as I can keep finding solutions and making plans, I think as long as the man can have a dream, he can keep going. I'm not ready to quit. I've been sitting down making plans for the last several days. I came here to the gym last Thursday. I hadn't been off the plane very long, and I just sat here and I was thinking, this is my retirement. I'm gonna quit. What's the point? And then it hit me. I can make a plan. If things go wrong and I don't qualify, that's fine. But I'm smart enough to sit here and make a plan and see it through. I didn't get to be 41 years old. I didn't get to have 20 years experience in this sport by mistake. I'm still here because of something. I'm smart. So I'm going to hit the drawing board. I'm going to find a way to make things happen one way or the other. I don't know. I still got a dream. I don't think I'm done. I want to find a solution. So I don't know. I don't really know what I want to say. Give me a couple of days and I'll try to get as much video as I can find. and I'll add it. I'll upload it everywhere that I can find to upload it, and I've got a lot of photos on Facebook. You know, and if you're one of my YouTube followers, just keep following me. I'm kind of known for making things happen, so stick with me. Watch me make things happen. World's Strongest Man 2019. Let's see if I can make it there again.